Hey, Stefan. Thanks for the good luck. Okay. ASM was a bit mixed for me. Hey, Daxicon. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. That's not an issue though. Yeah, I might get into it in a bit. The TLDR is, in the moment, the run felt like the worst thing ever. I spent 5 minutes watching parts of it back, and I realized it was okay. And the event was fine. I didn't stay, really, at all. It is still going. Yeah, it was a bit traumatic mid-run, just trying to keep everything together. But looking back, I think it was okay. I didn't watch the whole thing, just some moments that I felt weren't so good, then looked back and it was okay. I think this is what I want.
Take the wheel, rookie. All right, shotgun. Hey, Captain? Pickling.
Hey, Nick.
It's a little crowded in here.
Thank you for the
Engineers doing
comments.
some control circuits. Hey, watch where you put that.
Gotta be kidding me.
I'm doing the best I can. Just stay out of our way.
That's the wrong note.
Take the wheel, rookie. Take the wheel, rookie. All right, shotgun. Hey, Captain? Pickling.
It's a little crowded in here. The engineer's doing something with control circuits. Hey, watch where you put that.
Gotta be kidding me.
I'm doing the best I can. Just stay out of our way.
Hey, Blue.
Gotta be kidding me.
Thanks for the good luck. And yeah, it wasn't
Just stay out of
quite
our way.
no new game plus. It wasn't a new game run. It was a bit of a hybrid. And g'day, RXB. What was that driving?
Gotta be kidding me.
I'm doing the best I can. Just stay out of our way.
New game is no audio logs collected. New game is nothing, like nothing. It's a fresh thing.
Covenant must have shut these.
The short story is I just forgot to play for this tutorial.
Gotta be kidding me.
I'm doing the best I can. Just stay out of our way.
what would a recompiled version of ODST do? Like, I'm not sure what benefits there would be. Like, you're saying... Like, I'm a bit confused.
Gotta be kidding me.
I'm doing the best I can. Just stay out of our way.
I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't just emulate it. I don't think it has to natively run, like...
Gotta be kidding me.
I'm doing the best I can.
Also, like, this
Just
is
stay
the
out of our
original
way.
game. There's only one... There's two differences, basically. One is the visuals, and the other one is 60 tick versus 30 tick. The main one being like 60 tick, 30 tick.
Gotta be
That's pretty.
kidding me.
I'm doing the best I can. Just stay out of our way.
Yeah, it is, but that I'm 90% sure is because of 60 tick. Like, this is the original version of the game. It's just running at different settings.
Covenant must have shut these doors. Give the engineer a second to override the lock. That's it. We're moving on.
Like, yeah, so... Okay, so there's a few things going on with Casino Deload. I actually don't know for sure what causes it, because I think there's like 3 different theories, all which seem plausible. And I genuinely don't know which one's real. And if you're talking about Kazingo deload for the sake of speedruns, like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if there's a
I'm doing the best I can.
recompiled
Just stay out of our way.
version of the game or something that allows it. Like, it's not, it's a different, it's not, the game wouldn't be allowed for the same category. Right. So from a sake of speedrunning perspective, in terms of leaderboards, like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's... I genuinely don't know why it is. It could very well be because of limited RAM on the 360. I am not confident that is the answer. Because Hark said something recently that suggested it's something different. And I've seen something that in the code that makes me feel like it's something else. And then somehow it's a 30 tick, 60 tick maybe difference, maybe, probably not. But yes, it happens on backwards compatible Xbox One. So that's maybe why it might not be a storage thing. I don't know if you're playing backwards compatible on the Xbox One, does it actually take use of more RAM? I don't know. Or does it emulate the same amount of available RAM? Which would be a bit weird, but maybe.
I'm doing the best I can. Just stay out of our way.
Hey, Dark. Thanks for the good luck.
Covenant must have shut these doors. Give the engineer
Oh.
a second to override the lock. That's it. We're moving on.
Thanks, Doc, for the feedback on the ASAM run. It felt like a bit of a struggle at the time, but
Gotta be kidding me.
watching it back, it
Best
didn't
I
seem as
can.
bad.
Just stay out of
But
our
at
way.
the time, it felt not so great.
Covenant must have shut these doors. Give the engineer a
I
second
don't
to
think I'll
override
practice
the
this
lock.
much more today. I just hope it all works out.
That's it. We're moving on.
I mean, it's not necessarily Bungie, it's the backwards compatibility emulator on the Xbox One. Hey, Nexu. Oof.
Whoa! What just...
The code thing that I'm thinking of wouldn't be patched. There's a part of the script that does a garbage collection cleanup. And I wonder if that's what's actually cleaning up the Phantom. It wouldn't have been patched though. It just might not it might just be a bug that doesn't occur on 60 tick or something. I don't know. No, it's not possible with one hog. Well, that was a weird launch.
Whoa! What just happened?
How can I show that?
Whoa! What just happened?
I think the engineer found a way to extend its shields. Send a current to the plating.
Whoops.
I don't know how strong the shields are, so stay close.
Don't worry, we got you covered.
It's not quite what I wanted.
I don't know how strong the shields are, so stay close.
Okay. So with one hog, you can break through the barrier. And then normally we just got to get the second, like the hog that we use to drive over the map, which is normally this one. We just have to get like roughly above this line. Whoops. Whoops. So like normally I could drive this. But you can't. That's not how you do that. So even though you're like well out of bounds here, past the barrier, yeah, you can't drive this hog. And I think the way to think of it is that there's like couple invisible barriers, like invisible walls, soft barriers. One's like a person barrier and one's like a vehicle barrier sort of thing. I don't know. But I think the way to think of it is that you're currently actually within the barrier right now. So I'm still in the barrier. And because I interacted with the barrier with this warthog is gets stuck by the barrier. Like the barrier holds this warthog back. So normally what we do is we use the other hog to interact with the barrier and then get into this one like in the middle of the barrier rather than at the edge of the barrier, like rather than at the interface. We get in it like in the middle of the barrier, and it doesn't restrict the hog. That's sort of the way to think about it. So the barrier itself, or like this weird zone, extends like for hundreds of units this way. Like I think you have to get the hog like all the way out here or something like that. Like maybe out here or something further than this before you can get in it and then start driving around. That's what Hark said, but I don't know for sure. Alternatively, you got to get above the barrier. And it's a bit hard to do this without... I don't think I can turn on... I can't turn it on. Oh, that actually worked pretty well. So let me turn off acro for this. And then I think I need to like get the hog down like this. So then if you get the hog high enough, you can get in the driver's seat. So now I can get in the driver's seat and drive around. And that's because I got the hog high enough above the barrier. If you get into the hog like this, it's actually still too low. I can't drive around out the map. So you got to get in the seat like mid-air while it's above the barrier. And now you can drive around. So like conceptually, there's a skulls setup or like maybe a lasso setup. Probably not lasso, but a skulls setup where you just launch with one hog. Then you knock it from like here up to here and then do this, and then you're driving with one hog. Maybe that's segmented viable with skulls, like because you need lots of rockets and lots of grenades to move, and also cowbell helps. But this setup is probably too long compared to just using a second hog. Even if you had like infinite grenades and infinite rockets, it's probably... Yeah, maybe segmented it would be faster. I reckon, yeah, segmented it might be faster with skulls. It would be faster to do this sort of setup. But, yeah. Why does this hog... Oh, there's a little ledge there. Isn't the hog destroyable or scripted to remain intact? There's something about the warthog being in the cutscene makes it invincible, as well, I was told. Again by Hark, but... Yeah, not sure. So yeah, that's why you can't use one hog. Basically, like, to get past the barrier, you need a hog, like a throwaway hog, to get stuck by the barrier, so the other hog can be free. And then you're kind of like within the barrier. You're not really past the barrier. I don't know technically under the hood how the game's managing all this, but that's just how I think of it. Once you get into the middle, it's fine. You just can't use the same hog that you originally interfaced with the barrier. It might be that the barrier, the soft barrier, only applies to like the last vehicle that you touched. And if you're in the middle of the barrier, it doesn't check or something. I don't know. Yeah, let's just do some runs. None of that I found out myself. That was all Hark. He showed me the weird hog flip thing, which is pretty cool. To launch out with a hog without entering it. So I think it's about getting past the soft barrier. So if you know how, like, you actually use the vehicle to break through the player through the soft barrier. You can't just walk up the ramp. I'm not sure. Yeah. Like, I think that's the challenge to solve. Like, I'm not saying something like that wouldn't be possible. Launching out of bounds. I was trying to, because I found the sort of little hammer tech that gives you like massive boosts with the hammer. I was trying to find a setup where you could get out of bounds without having to ride the vehicle. Yeah, the main obstacle is the soft barrier and getting past the soft barrier, the player past the soft barrier, and a drivable vehicle outside out of bounds. I believe you can launch out of the map anywhere else. Like, I think there's other, like, either side, I'm stumbling over my words, either side of every big door are those ramps. And I haven't checked many. I've checked maybe one or two. If you get a vehicle out and do the exact same launch, you can squeeze the player through the soft barrier and get out of bounds. So, like, I think the exact same sort of launch setup can be done at any place there. The notable things are just... yeah. The vehicles you have available, noting the first one is invincible. And doing it at subsequent doors would be slower. So it would either have to be a significant consistency improvement to consider doing it at secondary doors. I haven't thoroughly looked at the next section. Largely because I think it would just be slower. Like, how to say it? If there's a one vehicle setup, then maybe the next section could be worth it. But the next section wouldn't be worth it if you still need two vehicles. It would be slower, and then you only get checkpoints every time you go through the big doors. So if you did it just after the first big door, you would have to do 2 launches without a checkpoint in between. If you waited for the next big door, then you're losing time because you're going to the next door. I think theoretically, if there was a one vehicle setup, if you could do it at the first door, like literally at the cutscene, that would be the way. Actually wondering if maybe that's the co-op strat. I never really considered it. Or have I considered it? Because there's 2 vehicles at the start of co-op. So if you get teammates to carry over rockets and plasma grenades through the cutscene. The thing is that it wouldn't save heaps more time, although it plasminates it. Because let's say you do the launch straight after the cutscene. You still have to drive all the way to the next door, right?
Got a little jackal problem.
Which you're already doing. Like, you're not saving driving time. If anything, the driving time is longer. And then you have to go and hit the door from out of bounds. Whereas the current route, you hit the door inbounds. So it might not even be faster.
What's wrong?
Multiple hostiles closing on
Or if it would, it would be a tiny bit faster.
Listen carefully. If I don't make it.
Whoa, hang on. I'll be right there.
Okay, not a bad. That hunter-car boost was pretty handy. Hunter-car boost, second brute boost.
I'm coming. You hear?
Yeah. So hopefully that roughly explains it. Co-op could maybe do it straight after the cutscene, but it wouldn't be like significantly faster if it is faster. I don't think so. A one hog setup or a one vehicle setup or something like that would make reassessing a few things like meaningful. In my opinion, I think it's just mainly... I feel like there has to be ways just to make the current setup more consistent. I think that's where the most likely gains are. Yeah. How to say it? The inconsistency is the issue. I don't think there's anything specifically that's faster. Like... Yeah, like 5 seconds totally. Even like right now, if I wanted a PB, I would take up to like 20 seconds slower. Maybe even 30 seconds. But in my opinion, the current route of launchings and like nade routing and stuff, like I think maybe I could consider trying to only use one plasma nade on the first launch. And that way, if you carry over 3 plasma nades from Data Hive, which is plausible, like you can, if you're good enough, you can definitely carry over 3 plasma nades from Data Hive and not lose time by using other nades elsewhere. And even if you carry over 2, you're just looking for 1 nade in total. And you can grab that at any point. Because part of the issue now is like you can get a bunch of plasma nade drops on the starter coastal, but you can only carry 3. So your 4th nade is back on the floor, you know, earlier on the level. But if you only needed 3, like you collect them all and then you're good to go. So yeah, it's like kind of inconsistent. So it's like maybe there's some sort of way to make it more consistent. And how to say it, that would eliminate the nade RNG, which is part of the inconsistency.
Trooper, over here. Help us secure this vehicle.
Hoping to get nades quickly from grunts. But
Sorry, didn't see you there.
yeah, I am quite confident
Watch that chopper. Hit it head on and
a
it'll
lot of the
tear us to
inconsistency issues are like skill issues. They're not.
Covenant ass!
Why am I doing this every time? I've already got a ghost.
Got him!
Trooper, you're almost at second platoon's location.
It's not even the first time I've done it. It's actually the second time.
What is the objective, Colonel?
You know the company carrier
But
that's
yeah.
slipped away from the city? We need to secure its old LZ. Trooper, that's a tier 1 asset. See what you can do about those raids.
My issue in my head is that I've been way more consistent at the coastal launches than I am now. And I don't know what I've done that's changed things.
Down near the Covenant LZ. Once we clear this enemy armor, we can roll across the bridge.
So I don't like it when people judge the consistency of the launches based off how I'm playing the game now. Because in the past, I've been a way more consistent at them.
What the hell just happened?
It wouldn't save any time, Blue.
Must have weakened the support rings.
It would just mean that more of your runs avoid time loss.
We're on the move. Everyone clear the area before more debris comes in.
But that's part of the consistency issue, is losing your run to nade drops. Like there's three parts. It's getting the first hog launch, getting a nade drop, and getting the second hog launch. The nade drops are like, you can't do anything about nade drop RNG, right? Like it's fixed. You can get better at the launches, or you can find more consistent setups. But there's no way to improve the drop rate. So the only way to improve the drop rate is just require less plasma nades. Oh. Yeah, the issue is I don't really have any specific ideas on what to do with the launches. And I'm kind of just more focused on trying to recreate the consistency that I had before. Because the consistency I had before with Coastal, I have absolutely no issues with personally. Like, I'm quite happy to be minus 30 into Coastal like 10 times, and eventually one of them will PB, right? More than happy just to do that. But the issue is now, like, I'm not even like up that 1 in 10, 1 in 5, 1 in 10 sort of range. And so I'm just gambling more than is reasonable right now.
I lost him. He's in cover. I see.
I do have videos, but I haven't gone through like pixel perfect analysis, and even when I think I have replicated things, like, and I refer back to the videos, it just doesn't seem to replicate. Why have I still got 2 nades? I did that slightly wrong. Oh, that was a good slide. Oh, why did I get that? That second slide to the side was... Yikes. But yeah. I'm running on the same patch as before. Yeah, so I can do this without dying. Nope. I have no idea what you mean by input stacking. Yeah, if you mean like input buffering, I think like, again, it doesn't address my question, which is like, if someone can show me like a coordinate based setup and macro the inputs to get the same launch like every time, then I will replicate that hog positioning, the player positioning, and the nade throw timing as best as I can. Like it's not about like executing the buttons correctly, it's about knowing what is the actual correct button execution. That's the issue. So input stacking and stuff doesn't address the mystery, doesn't actually like address the issue that I think exists, which is there's no clarity on what the perfect way to launch the hog is. So if you mean input buffering, and also I don't really know of good ways of input buffering. In this game. If you mean timing things, again, that's not like the issue. But, yeah. Using animations to help time button presses is one thing, but it doesn't actually guarantee things. Yeah, so if someone can show me like a macro hitting hog launch number 2 like 10 times in a row on like 4 different seeds or like checkpoints, then like that would be ideal. Yeah, but again, this is the issue, Blue. Like, what am I trying to consistently time? Like, if I can consistently time my button presses, that is good. But what am I trying to time them to? Like, when am I actually trying to throw the grenade?
Reloading.
Circle the top.
Got a little jackal problem.
An overcharged plasma pistol shot will neutralize
Put it this
their
way,
shield.
like, let's say we used a metronome for hog launch, right? Let's say we used a metronome.
Still trapped inside
Can
my
you tell me like what settings I should set the metronome to, and then like on which beats I should press which buttons?
buck location.
Like that's kind of like what I want to know.
Multiple hostiles closing on my position.
And then how to replicate those button inputs, that's a separate
If I
question.
don't make it,
That comes later.
Hang on, I'll be right there.
But how do you frame perfectly throw a grenade every single time? I'm confused. You can't buff for an A throw. But you can't buffer the nade throw. You have to time it. Or you have to spam and hope that you spam frame perfectly. Right, like if I melee, I mean, I don't even know what happened there. How did I do that? Just interrupted the animation? I'm so confused.
Optican, healthcare on demand.
Like, I don't know what the difference is between clicking and then throwing a grenade versus just timing the frag. Yeah, but there's no difference between like using the visual like it might be more easy to use a visual indicator of like watching the bullets tick down, but you still have to time your button press correctly. It doesn't like lock you out from throwing a grenade too early or too late. I don't deny it doesn't help a lot, but it's like I don't think it helps me. I don't think I have issues with timing the nades. Like I don't know. I don't think it's how to say it. It doesn't address the actual issue, which I think is knowing like where to throw the nades exactly and at what timing. Like I don't care if I'm playing with blind skull, no weapons, like no ammo in my weapons. Like I just want to know where to throw the nades exactly and what the specific timing is. And then I'll work out myself what you would want to use. Yeah, I don't think you do it very differently from what I've briefly seen, but I haven't looked that closely. Anyway, input stacking I don't know as a term. I don't think it's a Halo term. There's a thing called input buffering where when you're doing an action, like you can buffer your input so that it occurs shortly afterwards. So if you're switching nades and like theoretically if you switch nades and throw a frag, once the weapon switch animation is completed, the nade would go out, but it doesn't really occur in this game, right? You can't like press a button before an animation finishes and then have the game buffer the input and then do the next action frame perfectly straight after it. Like there aren't many examples of that in this game. Am I misunderstanding something? Does anyone? I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I feel like I perfectly understand everything Bloop's saying. It's just I don't think addresses what I think is the biggest issue. The biggest issue is not pressing the buttons consistently. That's not the biggest issue. That is a issue. That is a challenge. The challenge is knowing exactly how to replicate the launch. Well, when you fall from, I don't know, how high up in the air without any air brakes, that would knock it out of you. He's also a bit of a natural sleepyhead. That was a bad attempt at a hog launch. Hey Luke, thanks for that.
Trooper, over here!
It went pretty okay. Felt a bit rough during the run, but looking back on it, I think it actually went okay. I was a bit too scared to look at the final time. I had to look back to see what the final time was. Am I dead? Oh, that was just bad. Yeah, I had to say it. I knew most people really appreciate like how slow some of that was from like compared to me or a Halo speedrun person. I wasn't sure how good a job I was like kind of hiding it. But looking back at it, I think it was okay. Yeah, entertaining and showcasing the run. I think, like, my concern was that the slowness was impacting that. fumbled my commentary a bit here and there and stuff, but I think I held it together. At the time, I felt like I was falling apart, but looking back, I think it was okay. Thanks, Dark. That's reassuring feedback. Appreciate that. You missed the run, Dark Rap? That's okay. It helped that the estimate was, for some reason, placed quite high. And,
You will die.
meant my mediocre run actually looked okay. This is actually really funny. So at the end of the run, I sort of said some goodbyes and, sign off. And then they so it felt like they sort of instantly cut away from me. Which was fine. I sort of finished up. But it made me feel like they're like, oh, quick, get to the next run because we're behind. Like they didn't really linger or anything like that. It was just kind of like, oh, quick, let's get to the next game. I appreciate they would. It's just the previous runs that I saw live before my run. There wasn't that immediate switch out. I don't know, just it caught me a little bit off guard, even though I knew it was just kind of like, well, they're done, so let's just move on to the next one. That's totally fine. And I did very clearly wrap up, but it just made me feel like, because I wasn't looking at, I was too scared to look at the actual time on the big screen, that I had gone over, and they're just quick, save some back time. Well, there's no real cutoff time. The estimate was an hour and a half. And you can go over estimate, but at some point there are kind of this expectation for you to stop.
Trooper, over here!
Yeah, the thing is that I didn't set the estimate to an hour and a half.
Nice catch with your face.
If I put an estimate for legendary, it would be somewhere from 117 to 120. And that run was 122, a high 122 or something. Which would have been, if I put an estimate at 120, and I did a 122, that's totally fine.
An overcharged plasma pistol shot will neutralize their shields. Should also take down a brute's armor.
Oh yeah? Where were you a minute ago?
Still trapped inside my pod.
But yeah, I couldn't see chat. And I think I was kind of considering trying to set it up.
Location.
I think I'm glad I didn't, because
Multiple hostiles
I guess I can
close
talk a
on my
little bit about the
position.
event.
Listen carefully. If I don't make it,
Whoa, hang on, I'll be right there.
too late. They spotted
So
me.
there's a couple issues. One is I didn't fully mentally prepare to prep the save,
Don't move. I'm coming, you hear?
and I don't know exactly why I was just so
Grenade coming.
absent-minded about it. But I had two options. One was to log out of their Microsoft account and log into mine, which I was a bit scared to do. I just didn't want to break the setup. And then the other option was to just collect the audio logs, then do the tutorial, so that when I do the run, I don't have to play for the tutorial. So I go around, collect some audio logs and all that sort of stuff. I was considering actually trying to cram in and collect all 29, but I think that takes me roughly 40 minutes, maybe at longest an hour. I just didn't have that setup time to do that. And I was like, it's fine. If I collect enough audio logs, it's just some extra drones on Data Hive. That's it. and I don't get the cop for the brute clear, but I'll just like full clear that section. It'll be fine. There's no tool in HCM for adding audio logs. I think it could be done, just no one's really asked for it. Because once you've collected them, you have them. Conceptually, if we did new game runs as a community, then there could be value in like uncollecting the logs and recollecting them, so you can switch between categories, switch between new game and new game plus. But new game's just not worth it. Yeah, helps new runners. Yeah, it would just help someone start from scratch get set up. The I guess put it this way: the alternative to having someone put the development effort into making that feature and maintaining it for all patches is you watch a 20-minute video, like a Macca Guides video or something, and spend an hour collecting them yourself. And the only reason to do it is kind of for legendary data hive. If it was more than that, like, it would be quality of life, but I don't think it's too much of an impediment to have someone do that once. So then I went around and collected some audio logs, realized getting 29 was like not going to happen just in the time crunch. And then I just forgot to do the tutorial. Like I remembered, I didn't think about it before the event. Then when I was there just setting up the practice in the practice room, I was like, oh, I should collect the audio logs. Sorry, and then I should do the tutorial. And then I just forgot to do the tutorial. But then it's fine. Like you lose a minute and a half doing the tutorial, and it's fine. Like it's not an issue.
Watch that chopper. Hit it head on and it'll tear us to pieces.
Yeah, don't get out of the ghosts. Don't die. Also.
Thanks for the assist, trooper. Get this warthog moving. Our
And
CO needs to clear
then,
this sector.
yeah, so don't watch any other runs live at ASM. While I was there, I only watched most of the run before me, which was Crash to Insanity.
You're almost at second platoon location.
A couple guys from America came down
Primary objective.
to run it
What is
and
the
commentate,
objective, Colonel?
and they did a pretty good job. As in, like, they did a good job. It was hard to tell, but, you know, it was entertaining, had fun. The crowd was packed out for it.
Where's the Colonel?
And then there was another game on when I first arrived.
Look,
Can't remember what it was.
incoming!
So,
What the hell
yeah,
just
I ended up
happened?
bringing my own keyboard and mouse just to try and keep that familiarity. Set all the MCC settings. And then, yeah, collected the audio logs, forgot to do the tutorial. That's okay. Get set up at the actual stream desk. Play.
Sir!
And kind of envy the GDQ runners. And I can't even remember what we used at ESA. But I just had like this stock standard chair, like unadjustable chair. No like gaming chairs, no like office chairs.
Found a hole in the wall, trooper. Drive right through it.
And then at a table, and the table was just too high. Like the chair was too low and the table was too high. And I'm like, uh-oh. Yeah, bring my own chair. And then I didn't pay enough. Maybe I should have paid more attention to it in the practice room because I was practicing on the PC or the NUC that I did the run on. But you can see when I pause and revert during the run, the cursor is like massive because we dropped down from 4K or 2K down to 1080p. But then I don't think I needed to maybe play with the frame rate settings because it was a little bit stuttery. Which wasn't great. So the performance of the game didn't run like perfectly well. And then the audio balance. So I had issues with the audio balance and I don't really know what I could have done. I can't remember if I turned down the in-game music. I think I did. I think I turned down the in-game music. And then the game was a bit loud for me, but this is on me, right? Because I have access to the volume controls on my end for my own headset. I set the game volume to what I thought was fine, but actually when I got into combat and there was music pumping, it was maybe a bit loud, but it was okay, right? Oh, that sucks, dude. But so the game was a little bit loud, so I couldn't quite hear myself talk, but it was fine. In some ways, I kind of wanted the game to be a bit loud just so it's kind of like, this is all I can hear. But then I felt like I could hear people talking. Like, I don't know if I could hear audio from the room and like it was just bleeding through the over-ear headphones, or people in the room were talking and it was just bleeding through the over-ear headphones. I couldn't quite like work it out. Maybe I was hearing myself like over the speakers in the room or something. And it was just a bit distracting. So, oh my goodness. I swear that beam rifle shot just ruined my driving. This MS2 is not good. Oh, better than the one I had from the run, but... Your ESA run was horrendous. You were talking over her? Oh no. The beam rifle flip you? Yeah, it's...
Grenade out! Follow me! Arm the target!
It's nasty.
I got this one, you do the rest!
So
That's the last one, Dutch!
all good, Stefan. Thanks for the good luck.
Behind those barriers, bridges set.
You got death threats?
Come
Damn.
on, Super, unlock the keypad.
I definitely had opportunity to try and address some of my audio issues because I can control the audio balance for a few different channels. On a like touchscreen setup that's right next to like the runner's chair. It's a cool little setup. I didn't really mess with it because I kind of didn't really know what I was hearing and what I needed to change audio balance wise, and part of me is like I need to turn game music down, but I didn't want to go into the settings and pause and do that, and then I didn't want to turn the whole game down, and then I could just feel like I could hear things from the crowd, but I don't know what that was and if I could even fix that on my end. And then all of that was just distracting from me trying to deal with the game on Legendary. Oh, please, Jackal. Oh, I missed. This is not a good run.
Charged and ready.
That's right, we'll just play it out. So like between the game save, having to play the tutorial, not having all the oil logs and stuff, and then playing on ledge, and then messing up a bit on Tayari, and then messing up heaps on MS2. I was just a bit like, while trying to commentate while late at night. For me, it was late at night. It was just like a lot going on. And I guess, like, to avoid making excuses, I don't really think there's much to really change about it all. Like, it's hard to change much about it all. Like, there's more. The only things to change would be maybe things that I could have done better. But it's kind of hard to ask more of the organisers, I guess. And sort of as Dark was saying before, it's just about showcasing the run and making it entertaining. And I don't need a game that's perfectly running without, you know, frame drops. Or I don't need perfect audio and a perfect chair and a perfect table and all that to showcase the game. Like, I don't need that. I should be able to showcase the game and have entertaining runs without that. So, like, I can make all these excuses and stuff. And I think the only thing that I felt impacted being, which is because I couldn't quite, the only question I have is just more so about the audio balance, what I was hearing, that was sort of distracting me a bit. Was I hearing room audio? Was I hearing people talking? I can't work it out. It just made focusing just a bit tough. And I think that impacted my commentary a bit and a little bit of my gameplay. And I just wanted the commentary to be good enough. But there's a lot of distractions, including in-game stuff going wrong and all that. Trying to remember strats on ledge. That was a buffered spam sniper shot.
Reloading. Everyone take a big step back. Got him.
Okay, this kind of saved the run. This is a okay data. Okay, any. Yeah. So I just felt a bit overwhelmed during the run. I felt like things were going a lot more terribly than I think they actually did. And with everything being a bit overwhelming, I'm kind of glad I wasn't looking at chat or trying to look at chat, because that would just be a bit more overwhelming. So why did some people have people chilling on the couch giving commentary? So the runner, person playing the game, can have up to 3 people on the couch. They can invite people to join commentary.
Rockets up.
Usually to help them like talk about the game while they're focusing on playing the game. At the 2 events I've done, which is PAX last year and ASM this year. Oh, look, this guy's alive.
That's the last of them, Dutch.
May have lost a second or two to that guy being alive. I didn't even know he was alive. I just didn't really have anyone to invite, or didn't really choose to invite anyone to be on the couch.
Quiet, Mickey. I'm trying to fight. It's over. We
You don't always have to have someone who actually knows the game or knows what they're doing.
Everyone on the elevator.
Yeah, sometimes you can just find someone who can like, you just talk them through the run like a week beforehand.
If anyone's taking
and they
this
just watch
place out,
along
it's
and just
gonna
help
be me.
talk.
Evac bird's gonna meet us on the roof.
I think a good example of that is Coma's run at Halo 4 of Halo 4 at GDQ this year. Like Kronos knows a bit more about the game, and Nervy's just happened to be there,
Underground tunnels are filled with
sort of
them.
thing.
Finally, a good reason to
But it's
blow
not
this
that
building up.
Nervy's contributions were any better or worse than Kronos's. Similar with, I guess, Sorix and Seclusive with Kate's run at ESA. You know, just having people there to chat and vibe with and be like, oh, I haven't seen that before. Oh, that's cool. You know, sometimes having someone who's not familiar with the game as a couch member is actually good because they actually ask the questions that chat people are actually wondering themselves. So they come like a voice for the chat that are new to the game. What am I saying?
What a throw!
Because they ask all the questions like, oh, how'd you do that? Or how does that work? Or how much time does that save? So yeah, I just didn't really have anyone that I wanted to be on the couch. And I also like commentary and talking about the game. So selfishly, like I want to be the one who has the opportunity to talk the whole time. And I'm pretty confident in my commentary. Like I'm confident in giving it a crack. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna sit here and say, you know, I can whip out amazing commentary first time every time, you know, no issues. I just like confident in giving it a crack. And I think I can do a good job. And I think I did end up doing an okay job at ASM. Looking back on it. The scary thing is just sometimes you're just concerned of downtime when you're not talking. Because again, like you're the only person there to talk. Why do I just... You just feel like you have to always be talking. But sometimes you want to stop talking and focus on the game. I did that a little bit on NMPD. Like I use the fact the NMPD and fight music is just so good, just so I can like be like, oh, you just listen to the music. And I think that end fight went a bit poorly, but
Don't let the race kill our tank!
sort of as Dark was saying, most people don't really know
Rolling us back block by block.
if it's going that badly or not. So
Heading for a rally point near the Naval Intelligence
I just sort of kept my mouth shut, let the music play, and just got through the end
As long
fight.
as I get to drive the tank.
We got a squad of Marines pinned down, far corner of the next plaza. You're packed with Covenant, trooper. Once you commit, don't stop moving.
Head to the security door to Kizingo Boulevard.
Yeah, there is a lot going on in NPD. I just take the opportunity to not talk there because I think you can get away with it. What's going on screen is interesting enough along with the music that you can just chill. Oh, nice.
Doc, what are you doing up there?
Hopefully I hit the trigger.
a rocket! Kill that ray!
I'm glad the audio was so loud.
Ray, for God's sake!
Who has the record currently?
Phantom! Everyone, find some cover!
That guy does currently.
How'd you like this, huh? Come on and get some, you maggots.
Hi, Charf.
Kill those runners, Mickey. Try to flank us.
Very cheeky Hell's Reprisal.
Inbound. Is that it?
Towing a little bit of a fine line, but
Did they ever even
I think you get away with it for today. I am not playing co-op mod. I'm playing the single player unmodded version. So don't ban me from Halo runs, please. I am not cheating by playing the co-op mod.
Keep it up, Mickey. We almost got him beat.
What's this map? Well, the campaign level is called Gazinga Boulevard. The firefight map here in this section is called Rally Point. And you can play the day variant or the night variant.
If you need it back, just ask. Hoorah!
Correct, this isn't the campaign mod. This is the single player unmodded version. I shouldn't have used that frag. Do I try and empty my SMG? No, there's no way I can do it. Okay, go spawn, yay or nay? Negative. That's fine. It's kind of funny because on one hand this run doesn't deserve it, but on the other hand it kind of needs a few more seconds of time save.
Back inside. Let's find that pelican.
What about all those Covenant we sidestepped on the way up?
Now we get to kill them.
Thanks for picking such a tall building. I'm really digging all these stairs.
Ah, this run is so bad.
Romeo, Phantom landing on jackals with carbines up top. Watch yourself.
This is not legendary. Do we do Berserker? Is he gonna chase me?
Stay put, Dutch. We'll come to you. Grab some ammo, Romeo. These boys won't. Up high. More of them. Romeo, get to work.
Yeah, the other thing they just added to my
Jetpack brute. Don't let him get behind us.
I guess uncertainty about ASM and stuff. And I was a bit all over the place because I really just didn't expect the legendary incentive to get hit.
Gunny, we moved one of those construction cranes, made a bridge to our location.
They raised a third of their, like 2 years ago they raised $35,000 at ASM, and last year it was like $33,000. And after like 12 hours, they had raised $12,000. So I feel like there is that initial surge of donations, but I think it was just even more than they were expecting.
What's our situation?
Good rocket.
Birds wasted. Lost the pilot on impact.
Come back.
The rest of us are okay.
Oh yeah, something that just went wrong in the wave fight is I shot all my fuel rod ammo.
Why am I not
And
surprised?
I couldn't give Dutch the fuel rod.
Turret, Romeo. Conserve your ammo. This is gonna get hot. Phantom, dead ahead.
Shot the wrong brute. Oh, good on you, Mickey.
Hold your fire! I love it!
Not the best NMPD, but see how this goes.
Phantom coming in left.
Oh, this Banshee.
Looks all clear.
Hopefully there's only 4 alive.
Charge it down! More Phantom!
Good.
Hit 'em hard!
Enough.
Hell of a job. Seriously, close your eyes.
Phantom to our right! I'll now remember and tell your buddies back home what a beating we gave you.
Oh. Oh, god damn it.
I am sore and tired and ready for vengeance. All right.
I got the brute out of the Banshee. I needed to kill one more Banshee. Oh, first whiffed. Unlucky. I lost 10 seconds at the end there because there was one too many Banshees left.
Step back! Take up, pour it on, boys! We're almost through this!
We got one more Phantom, Gunny.
Look out! Chief then!
Is Bloob going to bed? Is that what I'm reading correctly? I'm not sure if I've kept up with chat. Catch you later, Blue, if it's you. Oh, you're being silly? Sorry. I'm trying to keep up with chat. Oh, that door just opened. But yeah, what else to say about ESM? Yeah, I just didn't expect to be playing on Legendary. $1,000 incentive. I thought $1,000 was a little high, considering I don't think it was met for ESA. But I guess, oh, what am I doing? Okay. Because it was like one of the earlier incentives, and everyone donates early.
Well, let's see what you
That's just like
Trooper.
the early incentive people have to donate for. You know, it's like, oh, I'm donating. Oh, I might as well just vote for this incentive. Is my feeling that's what happened, but. But yeah.
Go, Mickey, up the lift, kill the pilot.
Here goes nothing. What do you see, Gunny?
A whole lot of Covenant gathering around the crater from that slip space rupture. I wonder what they're looking for.
I bet the captain would have known.
Yeah, I bet you're right.
Cabin secure. Flight controls read green across the board. Well, purple. But she's good to go. I think. On my way.
Such a slow Phantom. Ah, turn the other way, Banshee.
Let it burn! Head into the tunnel before another one shows up.
Oh, that third shot missed. Do they pay for flights, hotel, etc.? No, I don't think they do. I don't know what GDQ does. I doubt ESA would. ASM, we're just not there. Just too low budget. And I don't think I would, like, I don't think I would accept money for flights. Oh, God. I knew I shouldn't have picked up the plasma pistol. I was going to pick up the SMG again. I was jumping, so I couldn't pick it up. Like, unless I,
Too busy building fancy spit house.
like, put it this way, hypothetically, if I was to run at GDQ, I would take a financial, I don't know, donation, stipend, allowance to cover flights and accommodation. I wouldn't I wouldn't expect one or require one in order to attend. But if it was offered to me, I'd probably take it. Personally, ESA and ASM, I wouldn't take it. There aren't any GDQ events abroad, but they do online events.
Expect delays.
I'm gonna die.
G'day,
you
rest
hear me?
up. Yeah, so the GDQ team organization, I guess it's an organization.
Thanks, Trooper. They almost had me. Been trying to get down to the next level, checking my team, but this stack is locked down tight.
Doesn't operate outside of America, I don't think.
Welcome. Access granted.
Huh. Guess you have the magic touch.
So I had the benefit of ASM being in my home city, so I don't have to travel or get accommodation, so.
These are my guys. Fuckers got all of them. Now I gotta check the
And I am able to travel to other locations where there are ASM events. So I went to Melbourne last year for PAX and did ODST during the event there. Which again is not a huge imposition on me. So given the nature of the event, the actual impact and cost to me and my current means of living, yeah, I wouldn't really take money, I don't think. I'd like some nades.
Nice. You're going down to level 9 too. Huh. Guess I could use some backup.
Yeah, so first of all, I'm just going to start off by saying sorry, Americans, but I used to think it would be cool to get to the point where you could run at a GDQ. But I now no longer have any interest in attending or participating in a GDQ event.
Buck?
for a variety
Who
of
knows if you can
reasons.
hear me, but I'm sorry. I should have told you more about this mission. More
Yeah,
about everything.
I don't think I was back in the mid 2010s when I thought it would be cool. It probably would have been cool.
Welcome. Access granted.
But I also didn't know heaps and heaps and heaps about the speedrunning scene. And now I know more, but still not everything there is to know. And with what the event's like, not sure. It's a little, just GDQ events are a little bit too corporate for my liking. I don't know how much of this is a thing. I don't know how much I like. I don't know. I don't know. Is it a faux pas? Is that a phrase? Don't know how much of this is a faux pas to say, but I sort of found out that even an Oz Speedruns event, they had like a sponsored run. Hey Nutter, thanks for the raid. Basically like at an ASM event, a company like would donate, like they donated, they didn't like pay the org, but they donated to have their game like added to the schedule. And they would tweet and promote the event on the basis that the game was at the schedule. So, like, on the schedule.
Let's see if we can find a way up.
You know, which is like you're taking a sponsorship. Like you're leveraging the audience to get a donation out of a company, right? So like it's a bit of a weird like cost benefit analysis thing where it's like maximizing donations to charity while also trying to, I guess, preserve some community celebration of speedrunning and not corporatizing the whole thing. So Oliphant is Afrikaans for elephant. I believe that's the language. Hopefully I got Afrikaans correct.
Won't be long before they smash through that door.
Let's take them out now.
Not bad. You do know your stuff.
Welcome. Access granted.
Yeah, the flame nades. Don't want them at the moment. Gotta get them out of my inventory. Flame nades are cool though. It's cool to get them on streets, it's cool to get them on data hive.
But they won't last long in a firefight.
That wasn't.
Take point. Clear a path to Buck.
Hopefully Virgil gets stuck enough. Okay, that was a good box launch.
Veronica, over here!
Could have been a
Hurry!
bit sketch.
This is our exit, rookie. Head through the door. About this asset. Feel free to fill me in whenever.
Not now, Buck.
Yeah, so I just feel like Yuki's a bit corporate these days.
Door's locked. Damn.
Don't worry. We have a key.
And you know, like one thing that the organizations will say is their main goal is to maximize donations to charity. So when they're picking the schedule, they don't care if you're the world record holder. They don't care, like, I don't know, anything about you, the run, the game, whatever, other than what games can they pick, what categories can they pick, and so on, to maximize donations. That's sort of the narrative that they give. This would have been a good data hive if I hit that coil launch. I did the thing.
Elevator.
Nice. You had a blast doing 4-player lesser? Yeah. See, that's... I think there's opportunity for that, but I don't know. Oh, what am I doing? I actually thought I was at the mid-level cutscene.
Agreed. I'll stay with the asset, give it close
Maybe I
cover.
should focus a bit on the run. I've kind of checked out of this run. It's kind of like the non-GDQ, AGDQ, SGDQ stuff that like makes me a little bit icky about GDQ in general.
Can't that thing move any faster?
All the shooting, it's frightened.
Want me to give it a little push?
What do you think?
Swap it out, Max.
Lost my target.
This way. Should be an elevator right through here. Rookie, don't let them near the alien. Sit tight. We'll need the alien to power on the switch. Take the wheel.
So yeah, like they say, like their main motivation is to make the most money for charity, and arguably GDQ's doing that,
Captain? Pick a
which
lane.
is great. But I think it's like not what people sort of fell in love with GDQ. Not the reason people fell in love with GDQ.
Put that.
Oh, it's just gonna have to be good enough.
I'm doing the best I can. Just stay out of our way.
Bounce nicely. Nades.
Covenant must have shut
One,
these doors. Give the engineer a second to override the lock.
2, 3.
That's it.
Ow, splatter damage. Triple kill. My hog's a bit far away, but it's out of bounds. Let's just get this right first try. Not quite. That's unfortunate. So I think it's like a 1 second cycle on that death barrier and how often it checks.
Whoa! What just happened?
And I was just passing through it when it checked.
Send a current to the outer plating. I don't know how strong the shields are, so stay close.
Don't worry, we got you covered.
No, I'm just gonna focus a bit on the driving. See what happens. It might not be 1 second, it might be half a second. Because I think on OG it's 1 second. Well, the death barrier checks are... They're periodic. Every now and then they check to see if you're in the volume. It might be 1 second, might be 2 seconds, might be half a second. But you can pass through the barrier between cycles and you won't die. I think what is sort of done in one part of Halo 2 with an enemy spawn trigger is to line it up with the IGT. Because I think in that case, the trigger is like synced with, like it checks every second and it checks consistently at the same point. Like say every 0.7 of a second. So if you can like time it, so you go through the enemy trigger at the right time, you can avoid enemy spawns somewhat consistently, but it's not necessarily, it might not be the same sort of cycle timing with that death barrier, and it's not something that you really want to plan around timing. Like that just adds unnecessary complexity to the whole situation. You should be launching past the death barrier anyway, but yeah, conceptually you could try and time your way through death barrier like that. You wouldn't, in that specific scenario, you wouldn't try and time going through the death barrier, but it's a concept that could exist. Potentially relevant on Oni, actually, skulls or acro. That actually helped that acro run. That corner was a bit sloppy, but there's a death barrier at the top of the big building that you fly through on acro. It's I think that one's a half-second cycle check. Pretty confident, and it's definitely twice as fast on MCC than on OG. Oh, that was a bit scuffed. The Banshees that I've checked are not enterable. So there's a few different flags on the vehicles. One is what's set on Kazingo, and what's often set on like AA rafes or normal rafes, which is like if there's no one piloting the vehicle will explode. So that's what happens on the AA rafes, that's what happens on the Banshee on Kazingo. But there's a separate flag, which is can the player enter the vehicle at all? And the Banshee on Kazingo doesn't have that flag set.
Captain's right, Trooper. We're gonna need that tank. So
you can technically enter the vehicle, but you've only got one frame to enter the vehicle before it explodes. But thankfully you can buffer the input. So you can guarantee that frame perfect entry. The Banshees here that I've checked, including the ones on Oni, I believe have the flag set so you can't actually enter them, and they will explode when the pilot dies. And I think if you went into a tool called Assembly, which is used for checking like tags and stuff in the game, you can see those checkboxes ticked. Yeah, they kind of done goofed. It's kind of like if you set the flag for vehicle explodes when there's no pilot, conceptually there's no way to even enter the vehicle. Like, you know, unless you either A, know about the exploit, you know, or you know, protect for that potential circumstance. But like conceptually it's like, oh yeah, the player can't enter the vehicle if we make it explode instantly. And then if you just don't appreciate the fact that there's actually a one frame window that is actually meaningful and relevant. But actually setting both properties fully locks you out. But there are a lot of Banshees on this level, and I haven't actually checked all of them in game, nor their flags in assembly, but maybe there is a Banshee out there. The issue is that even if you could, it might not be faster and it might not work out. Because there's a small chance, let's say you get a Banshee from the start of the level, you might not be able to hit all the triggers while staying in the Banshee. You might have to get out of the Banshee. So even if you had the same Banshee from Kazingo, you might not be able to complete the level out of bounds quickly with it because you're not going to allow to get out of the Banshee because it's just going to explode. So not necessarily guaranteed to save time. Oh, that was bad. I should have held the handbrake for longer.
Out of the vehicle, trooper. Let's go. Veronica, wait here. Rookie, let's secure that building.
Okay. Not bad. But I actually didn't realize I was red. What went so badly? This is a totally fine coastal. Like, it's totally fine. I should be able to PB off this, honestly. Like, if I got this coastal every time, if I was guaranteed to get this coastal and run, I should be able to PB quite easily.
The whole damn city's on fire.
Trooper, I have a tier 1 asset and a whole bunch of Covenant that want it dead. Whatever you gotta do, step on it.
Yes, ma'am.
Driving was a little bit slow, and then, yeah, third try. Launch was a little bit slow. That's fine. Who can spell? That's what this quiz question's about.
Hostile Phantoms coming in.
This trick is like a 1 in 1,000, got a first try. Yeah, that could be funny.
Watch it!
Oh, you lived? Played that level way too much. It's a good level. Where did my Furo go? Oh, here it is. I was standing on top of it. Nades, good. You're the first sub 10? Hype? Good stuff.
More Phantoms. Look sharp.
Conceptually, X is like, if someone asks me what's my, from like the get-go, if someone asks me what's my favorite reach level speedrun, or just what's my favorite reach level, my answer is Exodus. Like from the get-go. I liked it casually, I like the speedrun. I say that like before, that was like, you know, my OG answer. Right now, I still like the speedrun. I think I like it the most out of all the reach levels. But yeah. POA is a good speedrun. How to say it? Maybe I won't argue that Exodus is the best.
Cover me.
I'm gonna argue I like it the most. And you can't tell me my opinion's wrong, because it's my opinion. But yeah, there are other good candidates.
Didn't even break a sweat.
Because also, like, there's different considerations. Like, package as a speedrun is cool, but like, say, dealing with Phantom RNG and RNG spawn timers sucks, but the actual speedrun is cool. So there's like different considerations and stuff of how you define things.
On the highway.
So how I choose to answer that question, what's my favorite spanner would be Exodus. What's my favorite level is Exodus. Oh, I should have. Where's the other guy? So I was trying to see if you could use this hammer tech here to like get over the wall at the start of Coastal. But I couldn't clear the death barrier. And even then, I don't know how weapon routing works and all this sort of stuff. But yeah. You just gotta swing then jump. And you get massive height. Like, I'm even taking
Just
full
nice to know
damage.
they really do listen. Come on.
If I swing
Let's get
then
out of this city.
jump and then hold crouch. Oh. Am I in the trigger here?
Go, rookie. Head for the Phantom.
I'm not in the trigger. But yeah. Sneaky hard. It's a funny way of putting it.
Easy does it. We went through hell for that?
Give him some meds, would you?
It's important.
But yeah,
It knows
run
things.
done.
Heck, honey. I wasn't talking about the alien.
Where did I lose all my time?
Mickey, I'm sending you a very
I guess it was just
co-pilot. Oh, come on! I want one of those things in here. It won't
red
bite,
into
unlike
NMPD,
you. It knows what to
and
tell the
then
cruisers to keep 'em off
NMPD
our
wasn't
tail.
great. No
I think they're
ghost.
too busy to care. Looks like they found what they're looking for.
What about you? What about us?
See, I lost 9 seconds to no ghost, but
Win this war? Don't ask me that
um,
again.
7 seconds on. Wait, I lost 10 seconds to no ghost. 7 seconds on MS5, 3 seconds on MS6. But really, MS5 should be a second, if not 2 seconds, well, faster. Should get 44s every time. Every now and then get a 43. MS6 should be a second faster. So it's, yeah, maybe more like 8 seconds. I say 10 seconds, it's probably more like 8 to 6, really. Anyway. That's basically the worst coastal that I can take in PB. Because at best, I'm 30 to 40 seconds green.
Lord Hood may have given you clearance.
But in this case, I was
My
plus
optics,
17.
my interrogation. We only captured one. Very delicate.
Don't worry. I know what the alien's like.
Cool.
It has access to the Covenant BattleNet.
Limited, but yes. We're not entirely sure how it manages a remote connection to the... What?
Whoa, stand down, stand down!
Sergeant Major, please. It's extremely flammable.
I don't know what else to say other than, I don't know,
The
thanks to everyone for the
bastards
support
put bombs on your
for
buddies and
this
killed
stream, but also for ASM.
They're digging a mighty big hole.
I felt pretty
You're
rough
gonna
during the
do
run,
exactly
and it felt a
what you're
bit
looking
rough
for.
afterwards, but
And you're gonna
looking back at it, it went well enough. So pretty content, and hopefully the commentary was good. The quiz questions were fun, and got a chance to shout out the relay and the other marathon runs, which I was glad. I made sure to have that prepped, and From the Grave set me up nicely with their donation. Thanks everyone that donated in the messages. I really didn't acknowledge it during the run, but yeah, I appreciate the messages and the donations. And if you donated towards the incentive or just to the event in general, that's still going right now, by the way. I'll link it. I don't know why I haven't. That's greatly appreciated. And what else? Wait, is that not working? Do I have to do this? Yeah, like I did take note of the donations and hear them as the host read them out. So yeah, thanks everyone for that. Now back to just normal streams. with no real focus on any events coming up. So just going to be gaming. Putting some more time and effort into the stream. I got to revisit what Wingbot features I want to do. One of the biggest challenges I have right now is trying to work out a stream layout setup for IL grinds. Because for some ILs, I'm not even going to have splits. And then the split table at the bottom doesn't really make sense for IL grinds. So I've got space to play with. But I don't know what to put there. So yeah, if you guys have any ideas of what to do, like on the left hand side, I could just grow the chat to be the whole vertical column, or up until the splits if I have splits or not. It'll be a bit messy having to change back and forth and stuff, but like as a yeah. Anyway, there's that, but then the bottom middle, I don't know what to put there. I could just put text on, like, I don't know, current PB, current record, or something like that, and hard code it. Just type in the text, but yeah. Otherwise, yeah, gonna invest a bit more time into the stream, get it set up, and then once we're got a bit more going, I really need to just set these quiz questions up. They've been on the longest to-do list item, is to add some more quiz questions. But they're just, yeah, I'm just procrastinating a bit. But yeah, otherwise, no stream tomorrow. Gonna eventually start turning spare time into just practice and runs once we get all the layouts and stuff set up. Yeah, and I appreciate all the support along the way. So yeah, if you want to stick around, we're gonna raid Tranquility, who's on the way to getting through their Halo 5 speedrun, but we'll raid them anyway. They might be doing another run. But you can also check out ASM, which is going on right now. We might do some Halo 5 runs ourselves, actually. That's part of the IL grinds I want to get on. But yeah, thanks again for the support. Links in the description and stuff if you want to jump on, follow Twitch, YouTube, or help in the Discord and all that. And catch you all again soon. Not tomorrow, but sometime after that. Thanks for the GGs, Bloop and Nathan. Catch you all next time.